Welcome to At the Table with Chef Jack, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story, and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heart-warming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. In each episode, we dive into the nostalgic world of this favorite childhood food, from the confident aroma of grandma's kitchen to the sizzle of the love family recipe. We're here to unravel the tales behind the taste that linger in our hearts. Today's guest is to Carter Washington. She'll be preparing favorite childhood meal, Shirley's beef and beans. Could you share with us the story behind this dish?
Sure. So, my mom, she definitely could not cook. She really can't cook today. But my grandmother did all of the cooking. And the thing is, my grandmother raised many of us in one bedroom, and in one bedroom home.
How many?
So actually, it was about 5 of us. So
That's
she really truly was, and she made it stretch. She was on government assistance, so we were very limited in terms of like how many times we could go into the refrigerator.
Right.
And so I believe, as an adult, looking back,
Yeah.
that this was one of the most affordable meals that she could have made, and it's very filling.
Yes.
So you just have your ground beef, like I'm browning it here. Well, sorry, brown. We're browning it here. And once you brown it, you can either do baked beans or you can do pork and beans. And since we're already halfway there, I'm just going to add the pork and beans into there. So you just add your pork and beans or baked beans. And
You know what's so amazing though? Is that how back in the day that those people, our ancestors, knew how to stretch that meal.
It's true.
And we didn't have no idea that we was living on a government assistance or whatever you may call it. But they knew how to be resourceful.
They
They
did.
knew how to feed their family, and they shared it through the love of food.
Yes, I
A
agree.
lot of them really, went through a lot, but they shared love with food. And I
Yes.
applaud, and I have utmost respect.
Mhm.
That's why when the idea of coming up with the podcast
Yeah.
was about our ancestors. And that was the reason why.
And that's the one I really wanted to be here because I never thought about making this meal. Honestly, my son's first time having this meal was when I prepared it for the show. For me, I had never prepared it. Seriously. And I guess it was kind of like one of those things with the ramen noodles.
Yeah.
You had it so much growing up that you kind of don't want it anywhere.
Right, I know exactly what you're talking
So I
about.
think that's probably what happened. But, I didn't realize how much I really, really enjoyed it and missed it until
I tell you what, that's amazing. I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah.
Because, when me and my husband met, he introduced me to pork and beans, wieners, and rice. I
That's
never
it.
had that growing up.
That's
You know,
right. You must not be from the South.
Yeah, I'm from the South, but I've never had that, And guess what? That dish came from Detroit.
Did it?
Yes. So when
See,
he
I
was,
didn't know.
he traveled to Detroit. He stayed with his brothers
Mm-hmm.
and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the meals they had on Saturday while they was cleaning up. Pork and beans and wieners
Absolutely.
over rice. And I thought that was the best thing. Tasty,
And it
delicious,
really,
very
really
flavorful.
is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And it was very confident and just a great food. And I think a lot of times we're to the point that we think we have to spend so much to
I
feed our
agree.
families. But this is a perfect dish
Yes,
for a
it
family
is.
to have a lot of kids, boys
Yes,
that are growing.
absolutely.
Because like Cameron, playing football, it
Yes.
requires a lot of food. I was just
That's
having a
true.
conversation with my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and she has 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I think, 15, 13, and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how the appetite had changed, and she had to cook big meals.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be perfect because it's got the protein, it's got the beef,
Absolutely. I
and
completely
then you can
agree.
season it and taste.
That's
So
true.
I think it's amazing. And you know what? I done had some people cook really fancy dishes, but I have to say I love it.
Oh, thank you. And
I think it's amazing.
When I was preparing for the show, I thought about it. I said, well, what is this? I really had to think back to my childhood.
Right.
And this one was my favorite.
Oh my
It truly was
goodness.
my favorite. And one thing my brother, he would call these orange beans. He loved his orange beans. So I call him my twin,
I
but
love
he definitely loved his orange beans. And so that literally is it. You can just put it over your rice.
And then if you want to elevate, you can add a little fresh herbs to it.
Absolutely.
You can put barbecue sauce in it. You know, but I think Shirley, she had hit him.
She did. She really did.
Oh, and I want to thank you for, coming to visit at the table with Chef Jay. But I want to know a little bit more tell the audience a little bit more about you. How can we follow you, find you?
You can follow me on Facebook.
Okay.
Quetta at Golden Slay Salon Suite, or just Golden Slay Salon Suite on Instagram and Facebook.
Good. Well, I want to thank you for coming us in. Of course, we have the recipes guide. We're putting everything together, but we want to thank you for joining us at the table with Chef Jay. We're at the table with Chef Jay, and this evening we'll be joined again by Quetta and Cameron, her handsome son. I want to talk to Cameron a little bit after I try this dish in a minute. So, Cameron, tell us a little bit about what you want us to know about you. I'm saying you have a YouTube channel. Tell us what that is. We'd like to try to like and subscribe. And tell us what you enjoy doing and maybe your favorite.
So starting with the YouTube channel, I do YouTube. I started just a while ago. I decided to pick up the camera and go ahead and take YouTube serious. So right now we got 100 subscribers. If you want to subscribe, my YouTube is 2C's, AMLO, and yeah, let's get to 200 subs.
What do you do on your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is really just a day in my life. It's really just me vlogging and just showing how my life, what Cam does, and yeah.
Yeah, because he came here, and I be the third eye. He already had this camera up, and he was videotaping us around in the studio, and I love it. I told him yes for sure. You know what I like though? He was very roundable. He asked,
but you know what he did mention? He received his first paycheck from his music today.
So you sing too? Oh, you couldn't.
He didn't tell you about the music channel.
Oh my goodness, you are so talented.
So he's monetized. So the goal is to be monetized for YouTube.
Awesome. And so what kind of music do you sing or just play an instrument?
I actually make my own music. I sing, I rap, I do a lot of stuff.
And that's on your same YouTube channel?
It's actually not on my YouTube channel. It's like separate.
Well, I tell you, I wish you many blessings because I love to see young people that's on the drive, self-motivated, and doing something positive. There's so much stuff we can get into, and I'm so proud of you. And we're here to support anything you do, okay? So I'll make sure I follow that channel and subscribe and like. So make sure you see that.
That's definitely one of my goals is to inspire youth. For sure.
Yes, I love it for sure. Keep doing great things. So what's your favorite food? Yeah. Cameron, when he first walked in the door, I was like, goodness, is that the Cameron he was in my cooking classes before. So I've even have taught him cooking. And I mean, I like that. So now he's like that, okay? So I'm just so glad to see you that you're doing well, you're just amazing, just handsome as you want to be.
Thank you.
So tell me the sports that you play.
I play football and I run track.
Good for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, keep on doing the Chef Jay's group.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And so I want to introduce my great friend to Quetta. We met years ago, and we have just clicked. So I took her on a grocery store tour years ago.
Oh, that's right. What year was that, Miss Judy? That was,
Let me see. You had a baby. So that was a little baby. I remember that. Was it the
it's
baby?
probably JoJo. I hadn't had Madison yet.
Okay, JoJo. How old is he now?
9.
So that's probably how long it's been since we've known her. And that's what our show is about, bringing our family, friends, and community together. And so we want to know kind of what you're doing now and what you want to share with us. And
so we're back in Sumter, South Carolina. I have the hair studio still. We just came from the DMV area. So it's good to be back home.
Well, we're so glad to have you because actually I missed her when she did move away.
Yes.
And I will say, thank you because she traveled 1 hour just to be at the table with Chef Jay. We're so grateful for that.
Thank you
Definitely
for
so.
having me. I appreciate that.
Yes, definitely. We're so grateful. So we want to tell us a little bit about your studio, what you enjoy doing, and where's it located.
So I specialize in natural hair care. I am an alumni of Paul Mitchell here in Columbia, the school. I really, truly enjoy doing protective hairstyles. You know, you're a hairstylist, so you have your favorite thing that you like to do. So braiding would be mine. Braiding and crochet is very popular, but I really, really enjoy doing blowouts. And that's because clients really don't know the potential of their hair until it's actually transformed.
And I must have some of her work, and she is amazing at what she does. So thank you guys for joining us at the table. But I have one more question I'll ask you and your mom. When you hear family food, what does that mean to you?
Hearing family and food, I feel like one meaning I'll put on it is, I feel like it means like feeding the soul.
There you go. Absolutely.
When your family cooks, definitely where the background of soul food came from and the feast and so on. So that's what it means to me. And hear what your grandson said, I heard he said it means love. It definitely means that. So I just feel like all together, it just means coming together and enjoy the food.
What a
So
perfect
that's
answer.
true. Like,
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I
Okay.
literally, when you said that, I automatically thought of Thanksgiving, you know?
Yes.
And that's because we get together, we just enjoy one another, you know, without any pressure, any expectations. It's just love and food and family. So that's what I think.
Right. So when I grew up, a lot of times my mom and dad, they maybe have said they didn't love us, but they always showed us some great food. Christmas time was one of the times we had boxes of oranges, grapefruits, candy, and nuts, and that was just their way of saying love.
Oh, that's
And so now we, as as we grow up, that's what I tell my family all the time. I love them.
oh,
So that really means a lot.
Yeah.
And so I want you to tell me a little about the dish that we
That literally is a love dish. It has no name that I know of. It's my grandma Shirley's favorite recipe. She's now resting
Yes.
peacefully. But there was no name. She did it from love, you know? And it's just hamburger, basically what we call hamburger, but ground beef, pork and beans over rice.
Well, I tell you, this dish was a very great inspiration because I remember when my husband Nate met, he did pork and beans, wieners, and rice. And I'm telling you, I thought that was the best dish.
It's a staple. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
so to try
staple.
hamburgers, I could try it and check out that y'all how it tastes.
This is so good.
This is simple and good. You know, a lot of times I try this is special. This is good. I gotta try another one. Hamburger, pork and beans over white rice. What a way to end at the table chef day. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You can come back anytime.